Welcome to One Chemistry. Always do your best. Now, let us see about 100 conversion in organic chemistry. We are seeing it as episode. This is the episode number 34. If you didn't watch previous episode, I encourage you to go and see. Here, we solve 5 problems step by step. Stay tuned. Let us see the question number 1. The question number 1, the starting metal is fluorobenzene. You are using the sodamide and furan. Then you are using the hydrogen and palladium and acid. They ask you to guess the product. 4 choices are given. The benzene attached with furan ring, or furan attached to benzene ring, or it's a naphthalene, or just a 4-member cyclic fusion with methyl groups. Here you have to guess the intermediate and one naming reaction is involved. The answer is C. Let us see how. The starting metal is fluorine. You are using the sodamide. So the benzene intermediate is formed. This is a well-known intermediate. If you use any halobenzene or haloarene, you have the benzene intermediate. Then you are using the furan. Furan, what happened is 4 plus 2 cycloaddition will happen. It's like Diels-Alder reaction. So the fusion will be happen there. So the fusion happened, the double bond shifts, and bridged oxygen formed there. So bridged oxygen formed there. You are using the palladium and hydrogen. Palladium and hydrogen is the important reducing agent because it only reduces the isolated double bond. There is no reduction in the benzene ring. Only reduction happened in the isolated double bond. Then you are using the acid. The acid break the ring open because the ring has the strains. The ring will be open and the ring has the cation there. So the cation formation is there. You have the possibility of aromaticity. So the system always move towards the aromaticity. So the hydrogen eliminates, double bond forms. Next step, acid also attacks there. There H2O or water elimination occurs there. Again you have the aromaticity. Last all 2 steps are driven by aromaticity. That's why the water elimination and hydrogen elimination occurs. Here you have to learn 2 things. One is if you have haloarenes, you have the benzene intermediate with sodamine. Second, palladium and hydrogen is the important reducing agent. It only reduces the isolated double bond, not the benzene double bonds. Then the question number 2, the starting metal is cyclohexanone with conjugated alkene. Here the benzene and cyanobenzene is attached there. Here you are using the light, they ask you to find the product. The products are mostly like complicated carbon-carbon bond or the position of cyanide, whether cyanide is switched or benzene is switched. Here you have to understand that skeletal change definitely occur and there is a rearrangement possibility. The answer is B. Let us see how. The starting metal is a conjugated ketone. You have cyanide and benzene. You are using the light. So the double bonds in the benzene are breaking into open because the lights form the radicals. The radical form the double bond formed between the carbons. So the diradicals are kept away. The diradicals started to move. If you know very correctly, this is called dipyrmethane rearrangement. The diradical moves to the benzene. The benzene is the stable one. Here cyanobenzene will move. Why cyanobenzene move mean? If the phenyl group moves, the radical form on the cyanobenzene. Cyanobenzene is the electron withdrawing group. It destabilizes the radical. So only the cyanobenzene will move. Phenyl will stay there. So cyanobenzene move. Phenyl stays. Again the double bond become diradical. So the diradical combine. Cyclopropyl ring is formed. Remaining 2 diradical form to ketone. Here you have to learn 2 things. If there is a possibility of migration in this dipyrmethane rearrangement, only the electron deficient ring moves because of the formed radical stability. Second, the radical movement always go to the stable one. Here radicals are travel all the way because it will be stabilized by benzene resonance. Then the question number 3, the starting metal is 6-member cyclic ether. Here ethoxide and methoxide is there and amine attached with phosphine moiety. Here the reagents are iodine and phosphorus iodine acetate and dichloromethane and you are using the heat. Here they ask you to find the product. The products are mostly nitrogen carbon coupling occurs there. So where the nitrogen attacks in the really question, the nitrogen can attack the nearby carbon or further carbon. So here you have to understand the ring closure is occur and one naming reaction is involved. The answer is A. Let us see how. If you know the reagents, if you know the reactant very well, you might know that it's a Hofmann-Lofler reaction. It's a basically NC bond coupling. What really happens is you are using iodine and you are using the phenyliodine reagent. The purpose of this reagent is to attract the iodine and have the I- generation. The reagent given here is for confusion. Its role is just to create the I-. So I- generates, I- attacks on the nitrogen, so it forms quaternary ammonium salt. So quaternary ammonium salt, you are using the reagent. So here iodine removal and radical cation formation occur. It's a very important one in Hofmann-Lofler reaction, the radical cation formation. From the radical cation, gamma hydrogen will be absorbed there. The gamma carbon have hydrogen, so it will be lifted and form the radical. So the delta radical formation occurs there. Then there is a bond between nitrogen and carbon. So the nitrogen and carbon bond occurs, CN bond generation. Obviously nitrogen attack from backside since ethoxide is above the plane. So the backside attacks happen. You have the product A. Here you have to learn two things. One is the reagent particularly given for confusion. It purpose to just create iodine with some iodine absorbing group. Second thing is the radical cation formation in the Hofmann-Lofler reaction. It helps to create the NC bond formation. The starting metal is alkene and alkyne with trimethylsilyl group. Here nitrogen group is protected with Bach and it attached with oxygen. The reagents are cobalt carbonyl and methoxynitroxide and methyl nitroxide and dichloromethane as a solvent. Next step is samarium iodide and ethyl alcohol. Here definitely ring closure is occur. The choices all shows that ring closure is occur, but the position of OH and the position of SiMe3 in question. So you have to guess the product and what happened to nitrogen. If you understand closely, you have to see there is a ring closure and a reduction of double bonds and naming reaction is involved. The answer is A. Let us see how. Here double bond is there, triple bond is there and silyl groups is there. This kind of reactants are well famous for Paz-Kahn reaction. This is very much important. Why? Because the ring formation occur and a new carbonyl group addition will be there and the catalyst is organometallic catalyst. Hence the yield also high and multiple bonds are reduced. Here CO insertion will be there and ring closure will be at same time. Here I given the color. Double bond gets saturated, triple bond become double bond and ring formation. So many things occur here. Then you are using the samarium iodide. It is known as Cohen's reagent. It's a reducing reagent. It only reduces nitrogen and oxygen converted into respective reduced species. So oxygen become alcohol, nitrogen become amine. So the product is clearly A. Here you have to learn two things. One is Paz-Kahn reaction. It's an important one because ring formation, carbonyl addition and multiple bonds are reduced here. And Cohen's reagent, it only selective for NO bonds. It will not reduce any other bonds. So NO gets NH and OH. Then the question number 5. The question number 5 contains multiple functional group in the same linear chain. It has two amine groups, one OH group, one COOH group. You are using trimethylsilyl chloride and methoxy group and methyl alcohol and tertiary ethylamine and heat. Second step, you are using the acid chloride from cyclohexane and pyridine. Here definitely ring closure is occur. Ring fusion also occurred here. So you have to guess which groups will react fast or which group will react first. The answer is A. Let us see how. Here you are using the trimethylsilyl chloride and methanol. Methanol helps the COH group to become ester, COMe, and the OH group will be protected by trimethylsilyl chloride. Both reactions are given in the same step. So COH becomes COMe, OH becomes SiMe3. So MEOH make OMe good living group, SiMe3 protecting OH and stop it from involving in the reaction. So the next step OMe leaves, NH2 attacks there. So NH2 attacks, OMe leaves and 7-member new ring formation occurs. So new 1,7 bond formation is there. Then you are using the acid. So the deprotection of acid will be happen. So the OH will be formed there. Then the next step you are using the acid chloride. You have only one free active amine. It attacks there and it forms the new carbon nitrogen bond. So definitely product is A. Here stereochemistry doesn't matter. It is given for confusion. You have only one product ability. Here elimination and condensation occur at the same time. It can be front or back. So you have to guess only the product, not stereochemistry here. Here you have to learn two things. One is in COH, OH is a poor living group. We will make it as a good living group by converting into the ester OMe. Similarly, OH involved in the reaction, we are stopping it in the reaction from adding with trimethylsilyl group. So trimethylsilyl group prevent the side reaction. That's all from this episode. I hope it was easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestion, comment below. Stay tuned for next episode.